Originally, I was working with my father in telecoms and communications, so I'd always planned to be an electrician, but it turned out I was colourblind. So then I was looking at other various options of what I could do, and pipe fitting just, like, I was interested in that and kind of the welding sides of things.
I had an idea I wanted to be a plumber. I did an endurance school, secondary school. I always kind of wanted to do it after, but my mum wouldn't let me. Done 2 college things, 2 college courses, didn't like it. And then I said to her, look, this is what I'm going to do. I want to do plumbing. And she was like, go on, go ahead, do it. Done it, and I've loved it ever since.
Before starting my apprenticeship, I was a manager in SuperValue. Was doing retail management in college, and I kind of didn't know what I really wanted to do still. I was doing it because I'd worked there from when I was 15.
Right, okay.
So I ended up finding out I was having a baby, so I wanted to be able to give my baby the best life possible. So electrical apprenticeship always like drew out to me, even from when I was in school. So I decided to take the leap and go for it.
I basically actually toyed with doing an electrical apprenticeship when I was in school, but I suppose they pushed college and stuff like that, so we went and tried that for a while. I wasn't big into that, but then I wound up getting a manager's job in a bike shop, and I stayed there for a little while, always toying with the idea, but never kind of bit the bullet and done it. And 1 year I just decided to do it, and it's been the best thing I've done anyway.
My name's Adam, I'm 24, I'm a 4th-year apprentice. When I was in school, I was working in a shop part-time, and a lot of the lads that I worked with finished school and went on to do an electrical apprenticeship, and I've always just liked working. I'd never like sitting down kind of in college or in school or anything like that. I always just needed to be on the go, so the lads all gave a good
recommendation, yeah.
Good recommendations, and that's what I went for then, so I haven't looked back since.
Connor came out to my school and gave us a chat on the apprenticeship, and it sounded very good, so I said I'd give it a go. He gave us out flyers and stuff like that, and you go through a process where you apply for it, and they get back to you if you got through the next stage, and you do a little test and stuff like that. And then came out here for the induction, me and 3 other lads, and you do kind of a training day for 2 or 3 days, and they bring you through everything, give you the basics of for going on to site, and then you get put out on site the next few days after then. When I first walked into pipe fitting, like, I had an idea what to expect, but I never really separated plumbing from pipe fitting. But like now it's a completely kind of different trade. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of what we do is welding and kind of all the bigger pipe and stuff like that. And like I'd never really had a clue about welding either. But like, as I've started to learn about it, like I'm very interested in the process of all.
Within the airport, I think it's a great place to actually do your apprenticeship.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of stuff out there that maybe most people on most sites wouldn't. If you're on one site, you probably only do one type of thing, and the other one you only do one type of thing. So within the airport, it kind of accumulates everything within the plumbing section that you can do, like from your heating systems to your domestics. Like sometimes you'd work at the shops and you'd be putting a bar together, so you'd be getting all your hot cold feeds and all sorted, all that type of jazz. And you'd be also dealing with waste pipe and all that, you know. Yeah. I believe the airport's a great place to work for your apprenticeship anyway.
What's been the hardest part of the apprenticeship so far? What's the most challenging?
I was going to say getting up early in the morning, but I'm well used to that now, so sorry. Don't know, just maybe when you're getting moved around to different jobs, when you're getting comfortable on one job and you're with one person and you're learning a lot off him, and then you get shipped off to somewhere else with someone else that's might teach you a different way to where you were with the other lad. You know what I mean?
It's a tough one. I'd say maybe coming in as a first year, as I suppose a little bit older, because I was in a job before where I was always being able to do everything. And it was I say the challenging, but it was one of the best parts as well, as coming into a brand new trade and everything's essentially blank. There's so much you don't know. Even like that, you might pick up stuff over 2, 3, 4 months and you think you might have one thing mastered, and then you go on to the next job and there's just another whole world of things to learn. And I'm still finding that now as a 3rd year, and I'd say I still will in 10 years time, but I'd say just the constant growing of the trade and constant learning could be the most challenging, but it's probably one of the better parts of the trade as well.
Oh, it keeps you interested.
Yeah, same as, I find with the electrician trade, like, there's constant learning. And like, which is great, and I love about it, like, I feel like the whole job is challenging, because like, even starting from the start, I didn't really have much like knowledge on even tools or anything. So from learning how to use certain tools and then working my way up, and every day, like as he said, you go on to the next job, you're doing something new, and it's just great to learn. With CJK, we wouldn't really do much domestic, it'd be more commercial and industrial. I kind of like all sides of it really. Like, I was working in a job in T-Tech for Trinity, and we were swapping out emergency lighting. So we had to do that. I thought that was really interesting. And now at the minute I'm wiring up for AHU units. So it's very like mixed and broad with CJK, which I think is very good. But I think, yeah, commercial is very good. I like in office type settings and stuff.
Yeah, I'd kind of lean towards industrial. The last 2 years I've specialised in pharmaceutical in a sense. So again, like that, doing a job from start to finish in a big scale like that is very interesting, but there's, I suppose, a side to it of extra low voltage, which would be your signals and stuff like that. I'd find that very interesting because like that, it's just very vast, it's never ending, and it's very challenging. So maybe that part of it, you might not get on other places.
What avenues are you currently involved in, and what are you interested in pursuing?
We're in industrial at the moment. I've been lucky enough that I've been on a couple of different jobs where it's all different works. Like I've never really been stuck doing the one thing. Just all of it really. It's nice to get a good variety of everything. So it's pretty good in that way. Like,
yeah, I was out in the data centres for a while, and it was something completely new to me. Like, I'd never been out one of them ever in my life, and it's good work. Like, it's just a lot different. There's a badging systems going in and out of doors and stuff, but it is good work. You learn a good bit out there as well.
How would you say your apprenticeship has changed you personally and professionally?
Like, I can actually be dedicated to something when I want to be. Do you know what I mean? And I can stick to a plan, and like at the same time you learn to kind of step back from things, and like when you finish a job you step back from it, you're like, that's a nice job, like you give yourself praise as well.
I've definitely matured because of it. Like, it's definitely made me a better person in terms of like organisation skills. I've coming a lot better, like what it used to be, and timekeeping. My problem solving has definitely become much better, like, because you're always constantly having to figure out different ways to actually go about things.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Like, do you have any specialisations or areas or roles that you'd be interested in pursuing?
Yeah, I suppose if you want to look at 5 years, it's hard to say now. I suppose the next years could hold whatever for me, but I do in turn probably want to lean into leadership. But before that, I suppose there's also the option of going into instrumentation. That's somewhere where I might like to lean towards. Again, it's just more intricate control circuits and stuff like that, but leadership will be the end goal.
In 2 years I should be qualified, and then I'm hoping maybe another couple of years of obviously learning your trade, because I find a lot of even electricians I talk to say after you qualify it's like a whole new apprenticeship starts, because you're on your own then, and you're kind of learning yourself. So after that I would like to go into electrical engineering, I think. And CJK are great. They give a lot of opportunities to their staff to go on and pursue that if they keep you on after the 4 years.
Okay. Here's a question from left field. If you were designing an apprenticeship program, what would you include that you think might be currently missing?
I would definitely include something about solar, because I feel like that's where the world is going, and maybe, I suppose, if it fit in, got to do with electric cars as well, because I see that's where the future's going, and I feel like the phases at the minute kind of lack that. And as well, I don't want to qualify in 2 years and then they bring it in and you're behind on it. There's other lads that are coming in that'll have a step ahead of you because it was brought in much later than it should have been, but it's just my opinion.
One thing CJK offer, I find, they bring us in before we go to phase 2, and they actually do domestic with us in our training facility there. So I found that really helped. So I would probably more companies maybe to do that.
I noticed that as well. I put you ahead of the curve a little bit, whereas some lads came in and had a breeze. Like, whereas
kind of left you at a good level along all the parts of it.
We look at apprentices coming through here. We try and give them the best education. We can give them the best teaching, the best learning. We also want them to want to learn. We want apprentices who want to soak up knowledge, who want to learn things and progress in their trade. So when they come out the far side, we're looking to actually grow our own. So we take the apprentices in, try and get them through the system as good as we can, to get them out the far side as good as they can be, and look at rehiring them. So we're actually growing our own electricians, because the market is very, very tight to get electricians now. So if they've been with us for 4 years, they know what we're like. We know what they're like. So we're starting off on a very good basis for, you know, further time as a tradesperson with CJK. We're actually going to invest again now very shortly in enlarging our training studios outside. We're going to make them bigger. We're going to make a bigger plumbing area, pipe fitting area, so that every apprentice can come in here and learn enough that before they go to Solis, that they've been here and they understand what Solis will be like. So you're not sending them off somewhere that's very, very new to them. They have no idea what's going to happen. We're going to bring them in and train them for a couple of, every Friday we have training in here. We bring apprentices in every Friday for training. 4 every Friday for electrical and 2 once a month for mechanical. And we kind of show them what's going to happen when you go to Solis. So we get them ahead of the game, hopefully, that they know when they go there, this is what I got to know. They can look at it after they leave here. They can study it. They can practice it. So whenever they get to Solis, it's going to be there. So we're hoping that our apprentices will be on the top of the pile of apprentices in the future coming out of Solis.
How does it feel to be put forward for the Apprenticeship of the Year?
Yeah, good, yeah. I didn't really believe it at the start. It's just, I got an email and I kind of texted a few of the lads and they didn't hear anything, and then I heard 1 or 2 more got it then, and it was only when I kind of told my mum and dad and I got a few texts over it then, I was kind of like, yeah, geez, it's an achievement, like, you know, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very proud.
Yeah, you?
I was delighted, yeah. It just shows that like your work is appreciated and it's seen. Because a lot of times, sometimes you don't see that, like you don't think that people have actually seen your work or that what you're doing. So once I got the email, I was delighted, yeah.
It felt good. It makes you feel good that you're doing something right, that you're being noticed.
Yeah, it's good to have the recognition, because like that we put hard work in, and like I say, for the first 2 years it's a struggle with the money and stuff like that. So to get the recognition and the nomination, it does mean a lot, because like that, it's just a nod of what we've worked for.
Absolutely. Listen, thanks a million for your time.
Thank you very much.
And I'm hoping we'll get to talk to you again.
Yeah, hopefully.
Thank you very much.